so loud. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Ducks will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense will go to work first. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. He lobs one high down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Makes a move. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So Oregon's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They'll try it over the left side. Turning it on. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Looking to throw again. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down in the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
A little release to the back. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The give to the tailback.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On third down, going up top. With the catch, it's Boyd. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously, money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Campbell. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's a heat. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space. And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
He's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready. And one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
More to the air. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air. It's Calandria. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. Moore will throw. Working that left side now. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Touchdown, Ducks! Fit it in the window for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. And
here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's still running after the move. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. Here comes the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown, and here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Gets it to him on the screen. Shoots his way for more. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Dances away, picks up the 1st down, and gets down to avoid contact. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Cooler 18, ready. Wants to throw on 3rd. He'll take a shot. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hoosiers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Let's go. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Moore to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense. Seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes a connection. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. With the catch, it's Green. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Fires to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback making checks. Trying to turn the corner on the right. There he goes. Picks up the first down. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Moore will throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. He got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And they come up with an explosive play there. The quarterback had exactly what he wanted. Man coverage. Safety in the middle of the field. So he throws the go route to the outside. Finds his best one-on-one matchup. And how about the speed and the ability to track that football and give this offense a jolt?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Finds his big tight end. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. Turning it on! They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Under fire. Fakes the grab on the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Now, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He lost one down the sideline. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ducks! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rutgers. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Rushes on him. Complete to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boyd. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42, Spider.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. He'll get rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seems like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Across the 25, he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball, and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. more to the air. It's complete on the right side. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack,